Wanted to go through another part of our series with SleepTight 800 troubleshooting. A lot of times it's a simple fix. There's something with your setup that may just be a little bit off that's causing the issue that you may be experiencing. Today we're going to be talking about the 3-blink code that is shown on your rocker switch up here. So on your control panel, you have your on-off rocker switch, which turns on the heater, the blower, and obviously activates the burner. If that does not turn on, you'll see a blink code that will indicate what your potential issue is. And as a general reminder, we do have a quick reference sticker on the front of the machine that coincides with whatever blink code you're experiencing to help condense what issue you may be experiencing. We're going to go ahead and turn on the machine. I already have it set up to activate the 3-blink code with the potential causes, and we'll identify those as we go and go through each step of the process of where I would start. So I'm going to turn on the machine. As I turn on the machine, it's going to take a minute to go through its siphon sequence, and the machine's going to attempt to fire multiple times. And after that minute, approximately a minute of time elapses, then the blink code will activate at that point, and then we'll be able to troubleshoot. So I'm going to head and turn on the machine. Now you can see the blink code activating. We have 3 blinks, so you'll see a 1, 2, 3 pause, 1, 2, 3 pause. That's how you count to blink codes. You have 2 blink codes, let's get 1, 2 pause. On this particular instance, we have 3 blinks. So now we have 3 blinks. I go to the front panel and I look on the machine and I say high limit tripped. You have an indicator light on your machine that will tell you if your high limit switch it has tripped. That means that your temperature has gotten too high of a discharge on it, and the safety is activated to make sure that you don't put too high of the temperature out. That needs to be manually reset. The reset button, let's say this high limit light is lit. The high limit switch is located on the burner wall. Now this red cap needs to be removed, and then you'll see a button at the center of this high limit switch. You just push it to reset. If it clicks, then you know it's tripped and it has been reset. The next potential cause is no fuel. Why would you have no fuel when you have your gas lines connected and everything else is just fine? I start at the tank. Sometimes if you open your tank too fast, it'll lock out the valve, so you're not releasing gas. You think you've opened up the gas tank and you think you've released gas in there, but you actually haven't. If you open this too fast, like so, this actually has a pressure fitting that's sensitive and it feels too much gas flow, it'll lock out at the tank. There's also a POL fitting, which also, let's say if your line gets cut and it releases too much gas, this locks out as well. So that detects too much pressure too fast. So I would close the tank first, and then I'd slowly crack it open to allow the line to charge, and then you can start opening it fast. Same thing with your valves. This is shut to off, and this is on. So if your valve is shut when you open your tank, I slowly crack that as well. You can start with it open with the line you have connected and just slowly turn it here, and then it will pressurize all the way down the line. Now the next thing that could be wrong with your gas connection setup is if you don't have your fitting pressed in all the way. So make sure that's connected all the way. And the same thing applies at the machine itself. Now, one other thing I've seen with older SleepTights that you probably won't see as much with the newer ones with the quick connects, used to be a swivel connection to the machine, and eventually this line would start to fold over. So if your line is pinched, or sometimes I've seen people accidentally set a fan on top of their fuel line and pinches off the fuel, prevents it from getting to the machine. So all those simple little things, just little errors, can cause your machine not to get any fuel. So make sure you evaluate all these. If you've already checked the high limits light and it's not lit up, the next thing you do is go to gas. Those are the most common problems from there. So if that doesn't resolve the issue, that's when if I were you, I'd call tech support. We need to make sure you can trace down if a wire got knocked loose, and that's where I come in and assist, or one of our staff members come in and assist, and we can get through, whether it's on FaceTime or just even on a phone call. I can tell you exactly where to check to make sure something getting knocked loose in transit, was bouncing up and down stairs. Occasionally a wire comes loose, and we know exactly where to look for that. At that point, we ask that you call us. Prior to that, make sure that you take these steps, and if you have any further questions pertaining to these 2 particular issues, please feel free to reach out to us, 833-401-3569.